Okay, cool. All right, so first question for you is, because obviously I know this, but who are you? What's your company called, and where are you located at?
Uh, my name is Tyler Eshelman. I own Tripped Electric and out of Snohomish, Washington.
Awesome. What were some of the main challenges or problems that you were facing before you started working with us?
Just trying to get good, solid leads that weren't dead ends all the time, and you
Mhm,
know committed phone callers that are looking for something to actually be installed and educated before they got into it.
mhm. And what kind of methods were you trying to get leads and stuff like that before we started working together? Like what was working for you, what wasn't? What were you doing?
Um, just using the Facebook platform on our own. Some Angie stuff. A few other just like minor platforms people have tried to push on me, and which
Mhm.
never really panned out. So,
Yeah. Did you have success with any of them before? Or like to
um,
different degrees, or what was that kind of like for you?
yeah, I mean, level of success with Angie's level of, it's pretty minor, but it's, it's something that's usable, but it's not as lucrative as what you're doing. So,
Uh, wait a minute. I think it's lagging a little bit.
oh, sorry, someone's trying to
Can you
call
hear
me.
me still?
Yeah, there
Oh,
you
it's
are.
all good. Okay, yeah, you're back now. Sorry, it lagged a little bit. Yeah, so different levels of success with different stuff. You tried like Angie's, you tried doing some of your own stuff on Facebook. Nothing was
Hmm.
really like super amazing.
Nope.
Probably word of mouth and referrals and stuff like that work pretty good for you, but um, hard to scale that. So, how has our service helped address some of those challenges or solve some of those problems that you were having before?
Um, every, the amount of leads that come in is nice. It definitely keeps estimators busy. But every lead that does come in is genuine. They're people that are actually willing to talk to you, wanting to get an estimate on a quote or get an estimate on a generator, or something of that kind. So
Mhm.
it's very direct. I mean, it's not. There's no
And
messing
as
around with it. So
yeah, sweet. And what kind of results, speaking of which, have you seen since you started working with us? Like, do you have like an approximate number of like installs that you guys have closed? Like any like revenue, profit, anything like that?
we are closing somewhere around. I would have to say maybe 30% of the leads that come
Hmm.
through. Close within the
Sweet.
first 30 days, and then some trickle in later on. And generators are kind of hard that way. Sometimes people like see a price and they got to kind of save up or go get additional quotes before they pull the trigger. So
Yeah,
it's hard to
yeah, I
reflect
take it.
back. So, but definitely closing enough leads to make it worth its while.
Mhm.
So,
Do you know roughly how many installs you've gotten from working with us?
um, I want to say probably 35, maybe in that realm.
Fantastic. Yeah, and we've been working together. What I think because we restarted you recently. I know you were paused for a little
Yeah,
bit,
we
and
took a
so
few
it's
months
been
off.
probably close to
It's
yeah, so
four
maybe
months.
close to 4 months together. Yeah,
Yep.
about 4 months,
Yep.
so 35 4 months. That's
Yep.
great. Okay, sweet. What aspects of our service or system that we run for you do you like the most?
Just the the quality of the leads that come in. I mean, it's
Hmm.
smooth. It's people like the ads. They that's
Hmm.
half the reason they call. I get
Oh,
compliments on them all the time. So
mhm. Fantastic. Interesting question for you. Have you bought or done anything cool with the extra money that you've made since we started working together?
no, just business,
No,
man.
just reinvest in it. Yeah.
Just
Okay.
business.
Uh,
So,
yeah. Gotcha. What would you say to other generator installers who are maybe kind of considering using our services, but they're still on the fence? Because I know there's a lot of guys out there and stuff who like, I mean, there's all sorts of people online who make like promises, like we'll get you this, we'll like, the sun, moon, and stars, but it's like, so a lot of people are skeptical. Like, what would you say to someone who's maybe kind of on the fence considering it, but they're not sure?
um, that really the quality of the lead that comes in through the door with you, which is
Hmm.
when they, it's almost like they're waiting on the phone call.
Hmm.
When they answer, it's not. There's a lot of lead platforms that they've already received 25 other phone calls, from other
Hmm.
electricians in the area. Um,
Yeah.
it's very target friendly. So
Mhm.
I mean, it's the only platform I messed with or have messed with that is full on legit people wanting to talk to you about the lead,
Mhm.
about the generator install or of that kind. If it's maybe an interlock kit, um,
Mhm.
also educate yourself before you enter the door because a lot of these people have a lot of questions. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, and then be ready to put the effort in. I mean, there's
Mhm.
some leads that I put my effort in November, and then they're just coming to fruition this week. I mean, I'm doing a
Mhm.
job right now that
Yeah.
we're doing a job right now that I sent the bid as on like November 15th. So,
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. That's and for reference too, we're doing this in March right now at the end of March. So it's like, yeah, sometimes these things have a long sales cycle. That's what I tell people all the time too. So
hmm
that's sweet though. I guess last question for you: how would you describe your overall experience with us to someone who, once again, is kind of thinking about it? Like, if you had to give maybe like a one sentence summary, like what would you, how would you describe everything?
very smooth, easy. There's you do what you say and you say what you do kind of thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
don't have
awesome.
to worry about what you do, Mitch. It's just a matter of if it's in our budget that month for how much advertising we want to do and where we're at in the
Mm-hmm.
cycle of the year. So for me, that's just
Yeah.
a thing for me. But you know,
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Cool. Well, I appreciate you doing this, Tyler. I'm going to stop the recording then, but thanks so much. And we'll talk to you for a second after I stop it. But sweet. That's all I got.
cool, man.